DCP party leader has sharply condemned their ongoing meetings at State House, describing them as a haven for corruption. Speaking from his current residence while hosting members of the Murang'a County Assembly, the former deputy president accused President William Ruto of enabling corruption under the guise of mobilization. Gachagua claimed that the meetings at State House are nothing more than platform for illicit dealings rather than genuine dialogue. He further alleged that public funds are being misappropriated to buy political loyalty instead of being directed to key sectors such as education and healthcare. Gachagua also sounded the alarm over what he termed as a scheme to divide the Mount Kenya region, calling on residents to remain united and resilient.
What is happening today in State House is a shame. It's a national shame that State House has become the theater of absurd. It's a center of corruption and money laundering. Public funds are stolen daily and used as bribes to the people of Kenya. But I'm happy that the people of Kenya are focused and they see far. So I want to ask the people of Murang'a to take note of their true leaders who are here with me today. These are the true leaders that we have in Murang'a. These are dependable leaders. These are people who care for their people. These are people who respect the people who elected them. In equal measure, I ask the people of Murang'a to take note of the traitors in the State House. Those who are selling the people of Murang'a for little money for their stomachs. And to take note so that 2 years down the line, the people of Murang'a will separate the wheat from the chaff. It's pure corruption and bribery. The other day, William Ruto was complaining that members of parliament are asking for bribes. But he is a briber in chief in this country. The other day, he called the people of Kiambu and spent 60 million shillings. A week after, he called the people of Meru, spent another 60 million shillings. Today, he's going to spend 60 million shillings. He's giving people 10,000 each.
And the Orange Democratic Movement ODM party has unveiled its candidates for the upcoming by-election following the conclusion of the application process. In a statement read by the chairperson of the National Elections Board, Emily Awor, the party has confirmed that it had received applications from various regions, including Ugunja and Kaspul constituency, as well as several wards across the country. The party, which met this morning to present the nominees, said it is preparing for the thorough campaigns ahead of the by-election schedule for November 27th this year, vowing to retain their seats.
I believe and hope that all the seats that were captured by ODM at the last elections ought to be retained by ODM. But it is our expectation that we will take even other seats which were not taken by ODM at the last election. Because ODM is deserving of this. It is deserving because it is the oldest party around. It is also the most popular party around. And it is also the party that has suffered the greatest injustice in terms of elections outcomes in this country.
For these by-elections, we are prepared, we are ready, we are serious, and we are serious with our candidates, and we will leave no stone unturned in every part of this country to campaign fully for the candidates that we have.
So I assume that those constituencies will be a battle between the ODM candidates and the infiltrators who want to come and take over our seats from outside. Well, I don't expect anybody in the broad-based to infiltrate ODM and try to muscle with ODM, because the fight is not going to be sweet. So the fight will be between the so-called broad-based and the party of ODM and the infiltrators who think that they can have something in their hands going forward.
Interior Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen has said that the government will commence a major crackdown on border rogue riders, accusing politicians of misusing the sector to fuel violence. Speaking in Kayesi County after a security meeting dubbed the Jukwaa la Usalama, Murkomen said the border sector, which is a multi-million shilling business, has been hijacked by selfish individuals and gangs, turning what was once the honest hustle of riders into a mask of crime. The CS noted that the ugly acts witnessed in various parts of the country have tainted the industry image, further cautioning that the operation will strictly target lawbreakers.
We want the border sector to be regulated independent of political interference. And we want the NTSA to work together with the relevant authorities in county and national government to license the border circles and to regulate and punish those who are involved in criminal activities.
The Law Society of Kenya, led by LSK Chairman President Faith Odhiambo, has submitted a petition to the Inspector General of Police Douglas Kanja calling for thorough investigations into the recent murder of their colleague Advocate Kyalo Mbobo, who was gunned down on Tuesday in a peaceful protest that began at the Milimani Law Courts. Lawyers marched through the streets of Nairobi, concluding their procession at police headquarters in Vigilance House, where they demanded regular updates on the progress of investigations. They also called on the authorities to reassure both the public and the legal fraternity that justice will be served. They were also joined by Wiper Patriotic Front leader Kalonzo Musyoka.
We are seeing more and more vigilante in our streets, and we must ask the national government to take up its responsibility and bring this to a total halt. Members of the bar serve in various high sensitive cases, and I must say that we're also calling out the media that allow the police to complete investigations, casting aspersions onto any issue of the advocate does not negate the fact that his life was unlawfully taken. Right to life is inherent. Allow the police to carry out the investigations so that we do not crucify the advocates in the court of public opinion.
The police in this republic have a lot of resources, they have a lot of expertise, and they are able, and they have shown it, they are able to bring perpetrators of such crimes to justice in a very short time. I personally have had the assurance of the director of CID on this case. We hold him to that assurance. We expect action, we expect arrests, we expect people in court as soon as possible.
And we are saying Kyalo represents so many other fallen Kenyans. Lest it be said that lawyers are only concerned about one of their own. We are concerned about every Kenyan who has been failed by police bullets, sometimes masquerading as people on motorbikes, people who meet and plan to kill others.
Human rights organizations in the county of Mombasa are urging the government to act swiftly to address what they describe as the worsening state of insecurity across the country. The groups warn that the situation is not only threatening lives but also impacting the economy, citing the killing of Advocate Kyalo Mbobo, the murder of former Kasipul MP Were, and several other violent incidents. They say these are clear indicators that insecurity has escalated to alarming levels.
The state must refuse the invitation to work with goons. Because once they start working with goons, once they start embracing people of bad character, then those people get emboldened and they feel they can kill anybody and they feel they can terrorize people. You saw what happened in the last 2 weeks in Nairobi.
We want to see the security situation improving immediately. And it is not a request, it is a demand. Na ikiwa wale wamepewa majukumu ya kusimamia usalama wameshindwa na hiyo kazi, kindly, Murkomen, IG Kanja, step aside and allow other people to come in who will do the job as Kenyans want.
Tunataka protection kama wa Kenya, tunataka security, tunataka safety yetu, na tunataka nchi yetu hiyo na usalama. Investors wenyewe watakimbia. Sasa hii nchi itakuwa ngumu, masuala ya uchumi na vile tuna struggle, maisha yanakuwa magumu zaidi, na serikali iko ambayo fight protect.
Investments zote hizo tunazozifanya ndani ya Kenya, nani atakayezitumia? Majumba yote yanayojengwa, sekta zote hizo, mtalii gani atasikia usalama umezorota ndani ya Kenya alafu aipendelee Kenya aje kuzuru Kenya?
And the Auditor General Nancy Gadungu has criticized both the national and county government for failing to implement audit recommendation, cautioning that the trend threatens accountability and quality service delivery to Kenyans. Speaking in Embu during the launch of the Eastern Region offices, Gadungu disclosed that only 21% of recommendations from her office have been implemented, while 79% remain unaddressed. She warned that this reflects a lack of genuine commitment to transparency in the management of public resources.
I must say it was quite disappointing that the results indicated that 79% of audit recommendations were not fully implemented. That's dismal performance. Only 21% has been implemented. And this shows public entities have yet to take implementation of audit recommendations seriously. Yet it is through the implementation that the public can benefit from effective service delivery and there can be improved transparency, accountability, and good governance. And with implementation of recommendations, this will enable us to build stronger systems, deliver better services, and most importantly, sustain the trust of citizens.
And on matters health, residents of Kakamega County are decrying challenges in getting healthcare services under the ambitious new Social Health Authority system, SHA. One family which recently welcomed a baby says they have faced major challenges in receiving maternal care since the old National Health Insurance Fund NHIF was scrapped off. They now want the government to reconsider bringing back NHIF, which they claim was more beneficial than the current SHA insurance program.
NHIF wakati huyu nilipeleka Pumwani mtoto wetu wa kwanza, hakuna hata shilingi nilitoa. Nilipa tu transport ya gari peke yake. Lakini SHA tumesumbuka, nikamuingiza kwa SHA yangu, akasema yangu isimamia operation maternity.
Nimeona inagharamikia kidogo na ukienda kuregister unaambiwa unalipia, inakugharamikia kila kitu. Lakini kifika ni wakati wa umeenda pale hospitalini, inabidi ikugharamikie pesa nusu.
And a fire broke out at Mumbuni Girls High School in Machakos County, destroying students' belongings and belts in one of the dormitories. The Thursday evening blaze left a trail of destruction, consuming more than 15 students' beds. 3 students who suffered shock were rushed to Machakos Level 5 Hospital for treatment as authorities launched investigations into the cause of the fire. Well, sorry for that, and it's time for us to take a short commercial break. We shall be back shortly. Welcome back to EBN TV Weekend Edition. A family in Bomet has been reunited with their son who was allegedly stolen from a hospital ward 43 years ago. The couple, Alice Chepkirui and her husband, Julius, had delivered twins but were later told that one of the babies had died, a claim they doubted as they were never shown the body. Now Enoch Kiprotich Kigen, who was reportedly sold to a woman in Kericho, has traced his roots back to Bomet after learning that his biological parents were still alive.
Mwezi mbili naongea na daktari nasema mtoto mwingine amekufa. Si kuonyesha mpaka leo nasikia mtoto iko mpaka juzi nimesikia iko kwa Nakuru. Iko ndugu yangu iko kwa Nakuru, nimeenda mpaka kupata ile mtoto.
Nikiwa shule nilikuwa nasikia watoto wa watu wanasema, wa majirani wanasema wewe ulinunuliwa, ulibaiwa, wewe si mtoto wa mama. Mimi niko na furaha sana, niko nyumbani kwetu damu moja. Niko na my sister, twin sister, tulizaliwa na yeye, mimi ni mkubwa alafu yeye tulizaliwa siku moja. Kwa hiyo miaka na shukuru Mungu amenichunga sijakufa.
And the National Authority for the Campaign Against Drug Abuse, NACADA, has raised alarm over the growing cases of drug abuse among university students in Homa Bay County. NACADA revealed that some students have been engaging in drug trafficking with the help of local residents. During our recent operations, 2 suspects believed to be female university students were arrested and are currently being held at the Homa Bay police station awaiting arraignment in court.
A raid being a reserve team comprising the NACADA, the ANO, the Special Police Unit, and the Ngao, where we nabbed a lot of bang, which is worth about 5 million.
These efforts are following intelligence reports that these activities were taking place in a student hostel, which is supposed to be a drug-free zone. So we have also nabbed some 2 suspects who have been found in possession of uncustomed cigarettes on top of the bang that we found. And the bang was in form of sacks, tariffs, and brooms. So investigations are ongoing.
Residents of Moya in Embu County are strongly opposing threats of evictions from Makima land. They claim that the threats are being issued by individuals identifying themselves as elders of the Ngome clan in the Mbere community. The locals argue that the said individuals are relying on title deeds that were revoked by the government in the year 2018 following deadly clashes over the subdivision of the land. In an emergency meeting, the residents in unison vowed not to bow to eviction threats and warned that they will strongly oppose any forceful eviction.
Hao watu tunataka serikali iwaangalie macho yote, na kama kuna kitu yao iko huku ya Makema wakuja waonyeshe serikali. Kama ni shamba mtu anasema wako na shamba hapa Makema, akuja waonyeshane nimeishi na nani, nimepakana na nani, na nimepakana na nani.
And I'm saying it in broad daylight. If you have come here kinyume na sheria na sisi hatukujui, hujawahi kuonekana hapa hiyo miaka yote, unakuja na karatasi zako ukiziita vyeti vya shamba, tunasema consider yourself a foreigner from today.
And that brings us to the close of tonight's EBN Weekend Edition. On behalf of our sign language interpreter Lauro Mondi and the entire EBN News team, I'm George Kayesi, and thank you for trusting us with your evening. From all of us here, we wish you a peaceful night and a wonderful weekend ahead. Good evening, and remember that kumbuka kupambana hadi ufaulu ili wasije kusema si tulisema.